For decades, Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash stood side by side to outlaws. Two legends, two voices that reshaped country music forever. But even as the world celebrated their friendship, Willie remained largely silent about the depth of his bond with Johnny. Until now, at 91, Willie Nelson is still writing songs, still touring, and still lighting up stages with that unmistakable blend of grit, grace, and wisdom. But in a recent heartfelt interview, the country icon finally opened up in a way fans have never heard before, shedding light on a friendship that went far beyond music. Johnny wasn't just a singer, Willie began, his voice cracking with age and emotion. He was a lifeline, a brother, a warrior who walked through fire and never lost his soul. Their story began in the 1960s, when both men were carving out careers in a world that didn't quite know what to do with them. Nashville wanted polish. Willie and Johnny brought rebellion. They didn't fit in and they didn't want to. Long hair, rough voices, raw honesty, they were country music's revolutionaries. We were the outcasts, Willie laughed, and we liked it that way. Willie recalled late nights on the road with Johnny swapping songs, stories, and sometimes even pain. We both had our demons, he said quietly. Addiction, heartbreak, loss. But somehow, when we were together, it didn't feel so heavy. The two men, along with Waylon Jennings and Chris Christopherson, formed the legendary Highwaymen, a group that was more than just a it was a brotherhood. We weren't just making records, Willie said. We were holding each other up. But behind the scenes, Johnny Cash was battling his own darkness. His struggles with drugs, depression, and the pressures of fame nearly consumed him. Willie didn't sugarcoat it. There were times I thought we'd lose him, he admitted. But Johnny, he had this fire in him. He'd fall, but he always got back up. Stronger. What made Johnny different, Willie explained, wasn't just his voice, it was his heart. He stood up for the broken, the poor, the prisoners. He sang for the ones nobody else would sing for. And he meant every word. Willie also revealed something deeply personal: how Johnny Cash once pulled him out of a dark place during one of the hardest chapters of his life. There was a time I was ready to give it all up, he confessed. Music, life, everything. And Johnny showed up at my door. Didn't say much, just sat with me. Played a song. He didn't have to say a word. I knew I wasn't alone. It's these quiet moments, the ones the public never saw, that Willie now treasures most. The laughter, the pain, the silence, the music. People saw the man in black, he said. I saw the man with the biggest heart I've ever known. When Johnny passed away in 2003, just months after losing his beloved June, Willie was devastated, but he couldn't find the words. Until now. I didn't talk much when he left, Willie said softly. Some grief is too big for words, but now, I just want the world to know, he mattered. He still matters. At 91, Willie Nelson has lived more lifetimes than most people could dream of. But as he looks back, it's not the fame or the awards that move him, it's the friendships. And none more than the one he shared with Johnny Cash. In the end, Willie's tribute isn't flashy, it's honest, it's real. Just like the man he's honoring. Johnny was a light in the dark, he said. And I'm proud to have walked beside him.